Bandidos. Let me tell you about the one they call El Tortuga. El Tortuga is a mystical SMG made of the same gold that drove the conquistadors who invaded these lands mad. It is said to be cursed and has been passed down through generations of warriors. It has immense power and can fire powerful shots that can penetrate even the thickest armor. Its power is so great, it is said it has brought down entire armies. The gun is said to be imbued with great mystical powers. It can grant its wielder strength and agility, as well as other mysterious powers. It is said to be a powerful tool for those seeking to do great and powerful things. But I must warn you, it is very unholy. Heat-like unique and effective builds are for you. Comment El Tortuga to support the channel.
Ready? Okay. Shh.
Métele chambón para abajo, wow.
Méteme chambón abajo.
Cuando me han tirado y todavía sigo vivo. A mis enemigos sigo siendo su objetivo. Disparo en la raya de fuego, yo he tirado y he tirado.
You probably aren't even aware that this weapon exists. The SMG-9 is an absolute beast, and I guarantee you are sleeping on it. I know I was. Pick this thing up and use this build. You're gonna have a ton of fun with it. So it's basically a TECH-9. We got 825 RPM on it. There's actually gonna be more. We got 52 in the mag. That's actually a large mag. So you might look at this and say, hey, it doesn't have very many mod slots. But if you consider the fact that it's a larger mag than most, you can look at that as an additional mod. So most SMGs have between 40 and 46 rounds. So this is definitely on the larger side. And so I have this all critted out for the most part. So 5% crit chance, more crit chance, and then the 20 rounds here. So very nice total damage. That base damage is very nice, and it can be higher, of course. I'm running armor on mine, and it shoots very steady. You're gonna enjoy this. So we got SMG damage, crit chance as usual, and then I have damage to armor on mine. We have a 1.5 second reload, and I decided to go with measured. Now you have a lot of options here for talents, okay? But I went with measured because I really didn't want to go with killer to give this weapon some more separation from the vector, because the vector is also a really good weapon, even the tactical vector. And so I went with measured to give it even more speed, because we're getting 30% more RPMs from the brand set, and this is giving us another 20s for a total of 50% RPM lift, and that feels really good on this gun. Anyways, measured gives you more RPMs. You're going to lose 30% weapon damage on the front half of that mag. The back half, you're going to lose RPMs, but you're going to gain 30% total weapon damage, which ends up being more damage on the back side of the mag than what you lost on the front side. Either way, you can go with anything here. So you can go with killer, you can go with optimist. You're probably a little too fast restrained, but close and personal also works. For the other weapons, just go for whatever. I'm not really even using them. We are using 4 pieces of UMBRA. We ran this with just about everything, and in the end, I decided to go for ultimate speed. It just felt like the most fun, and all of them shredded, so it didn't really matter. So this is giving us more crit chance, which we love, and reload speed, great for out of cover play. And the talent for 4 pieces is called From the Shadows into the Light. We got weapon damage and double crit damage here. And then I am running the chest piece. When I run UMBRA, I usually run the chest piece like 9 out of 10 times. And that's because the talent is giving us 50% crit damage and 15% RPMs. When you run the chest, it doubles that. So we're getting 100% crit damage and 30% RPMs. That feels good on just about every weapon, including this TECH-9. And then UMBRA is also giving you heals at about 8% regen per second over 5 seconds when you're in cover. So you need to go in cover for 5 seconds to gain your offensive stacks, and when you're out of cover for 5 seconds, you gain your defensive stacks. Really easy. This isn't a new set, so you probably know how it works, but it's really easy, very natural way to play, very easy to maintain the stacks. On the gloves, I have more weapon damage and crit damage, and the knees, I'm running armor here, but I do have crit damage.
If you're looking to be part of a strong, positive community, then I have you covered. Join Tux's Discord. We're not elitist,
playlists, and we're so much more than just clans and raids. Texas Discord continues to grow as the central hub for the player base that loves this game and wants to see it thrive. And if you love builds, this is the spot. Also, join Texas Players Club to support the channel, the cause, while getting access to member perks and extra content like gaming music playlists. Click the join button below. And then there's the holster. So I decided to go with the Brazos. You got a lot of options here, actually. You could go with Grupo or even a Sokolov if you wanted to. But I decided I wanted that weapon damage trade-off, which is going to be more than what Sokolov would give you. Sokolov is only going to give you 10% SMG damage, where this gives you 15%, and you get the blue core. We're not really using the skill haste, and then I rolled with more crit chance. And then I decided to go with the Memento, and that's because it's an SMG build, and SMG builds do really well with the Memento. There's just no doubt. You're taking advantage of everything this has to give. We have the 3 cores, and I have crit damage, and then we're playing into the short-term buffs for sure, and that's giving us 5% weapon damage per red core, and we got 4 of those, so that's 20% weapon damage for 10 seconds, plus the 30% weapon damage we're getting from the long-term buffs. And the short-term buffs are stackable, so many times we're going 20, 40, 60, and then we get 10% bonus armor per blue core, and that's why I went with the Picaro's holster, because I wanted more bonus armor to protect my backside and to be able to drop my shield so I can run faster. So that's 30% bonus armor per kill per trophy. And then we have 30% skill efficiency, and of course the short-term buff there too. And we have the 3% armor regen, which ends up being about 40,000 armor regen per second. That's great. And all these cores and the skill tier is also powering up the shield. I decided to go with Firewall because we have enough heals on the build with the bonus armor. Look at the bonus armor as armor on kill. It's temporary armor on kill that lasts for 10 seconds. And you want it to go down. You want to use it. You want to take damage to your blue armor. That means you're playing aggressively, like SMG should. And so we have 30% bonus armor per kill. And so we don't really need Gunner. Just keep an eye on your ammo, but you should be okay. But Gunner's also a good option if you feel like you needed it. But I feel like Firewall was great because that gives us access to the Striker's shield. That's the only reason why I'm running it, because this shield is going to give us more damage. So why not? And that helps us scale up to larger groups. So we can get 13% more damage bonus per enemy standing in our cone of death. And so that's really cool. And then we got about 3.3 million in health. This is a tier 4 shield. And remember, the Memento's skill efficiency is going to help this as well. And for the other skill, you can go Fixer. I like the decoy. That's what I went with. And so as far as crits go, we have 60% crit chance. So we are maxed out, and then we're going to have 229% crit damage. The gear set is giving us an additional 100%, not to mention the RPMs. So remember, this says 825% RPMs, but it's actually going to be 50% faster RPMs. That's 30% from the gear set, 20% from the talent. Really fun build. Don't sleep on this SMG. You can run it many different ways with many different talents, but I like it with speed. Speed and power. It's very fun to run. You're going to have a blast. Stovepipes assault rifle is boss. You got to use this build.
Follow me.